Hello fellow gamers. Today on Button Smash, I'm going to review what I consider my favorite game of all time. Before Mighty Number 9. But after Mega Man, there was Mega Man X. And what's different about Mega Man X than regular Mega Man? Well, X is the Mega Man of the future. The year 21XX to be precise. Let's take a look at some backstory and see how we ended up there. Years have passed since the time of the original Mega Man. Dr. Light, who created him, is well into his old age, and he built Mega Man X as a successor to Mega Man for the world of the future. And I always wondered what happened to the original Mega Man. Did he die? Did he get upgraded to become X? It's never been addressed at all. But this Mega Man is a huge upgrade from the original Mega Man. He's described as having a conscience, free will, and limitless potential, as well as a broad-range eye camera, ultra-sensitive voice recognition system, voice generation system made by Hadouken Inc. Chest is equipped with a cumulative energy generator, microfusion fuel tank, central joint controlling system. Arms are equipped with X-Buster, Mega Buster, Mark 17, energy amplifier, variable weapon system. Legs are equipped with gyroscopic stabilization system, emergency acceleration system, optional. Interior skeleton, reactive armor skeleton which reduces damage by 93%. Body skin, lightweight titanium X alloy. So he's an upgrade. And afraid that the world wasn't ready to accept such a powerful new robot, Dr. Light sealed him away. And decades later, another scientist called Dr. Kane found X's capsule and woke him up. Dr. Kane used X's design to create an entire line of similar robots called Reploids, with the idea that they would help humanity advance and thrive. However, since he didn't fully understand X's internal design, the Reploids didn't have anywhere near the same capabilities that X had. Another flaw to their design left them exposed to viruses, reprogramming, and errors that made them a threat to humanity, and sometimes of their own free will. These Reploids came to be known as Mavericks.
Maverick? What could cause someone to go Maverick anyway?
Program errors, short circuits in the electronic brain. The very things that give us Reploids our advanced processing power could also be our greatest weakness.
Dr. Kane helped establish an organization called the Maverick Hunters, which was comprised of Reploids whose sole purpose was to hunt down and bring the Mavericks to justice. X reluctantly joined the Maverick Hunters along with his best friend Zero, another Reploid with mysterious origins that gets explored in later sequels. And they both fell under the command of Sigma, the most powerful Reploid created by Dr. Kane. Over time, Sigma started seeing humanity as weak, and he secretly worked behind the scenes to build an army of Mavericks, with previous Maverick Hunters becoming the generals of his forces. With all his generals in place and ready to take over several locations, Sigma betrayed the human race and attacked Able City. All of these events lead us right to the moment when you, the player, hits game start. X teleported to Able City, which is under siege by Maverick forces. And this is when you get your first taste of gameplay in Mega Man X, and it feels great. X controls smoothly, and he can do all the same things that Mega Man can do. He can jump, he can shoot, he can charge his X-Buster for a more powerful blast. But there is one thing that hugely improves the gameplay from the classic Mega Man games. X can bounce off walls, so if you ever accidentally fall down a pit, you can save yourself by climbing back up. And this opens the door to all kinds of hidden secrets later in the game. Once the end of this stage is reached, you encounter the first boss battle of the game, against Vile, the ex-Maverick Hunter who rarely follows orders and he can't stand X. Or, as I grew up calling him, Purple Boba Fett. Vile keeps dashing around and trying to punch you, and he's extremely hard to avoid. If you haven't played this game yet and plan to after watching this review, I do have one piece of advice for this fight. Don't even try. That's right, it's an unwinnable fight, and you're supposed to lose. Once X's health is low enough, Vile shoots an energy ball at him that renders him frozen. And we get one of the most badass introductions to a character in video game history. Zero! X and Zero share a moment, and X basically tells him, "Damn, I feel sorry for myself. I was too weak and I couldn't beat him." And Zero's like, "Listen, X, stop being a little bitch. You can do better, but I'm still better than you. I'm gonna go find Sigma now. Bye." And next, in typical Mega Man fashion, you have your stage select screen. You pick a stage and you face one of Sigma's Mavericks at the end of that stage. Classic Mega Man boss names always ended with the word man, or woman in the case of Splash Woman. However, all of X's bosses are designed after animals. Launch Octopus, Armored Armadillo, Storm Eagle, Spark Mandrill, Sting Chameleon, Flame Mammoth, Chill Penguin, and Boomer Kawanger. And wait, what the hell is a Kawanger? Let's look it up. According to the Mega Man wiki page, the word Kawanger comes from the word Kuwagata, which in Japanese means stag beetle. So, shouldn't he just be called Boomer Beetle? I guess it just never got translated, or it's a play on words or something. I don't know. Let's move on. I always thought that every stage in this game was designed beautifully, and had a perfect flow of action. And most of them match with the overall theme of the bosses too. For example, Launch Octopus makes his home under the depths of the ocean floor, where X fights off robot fish, sea serpents, and warships. And Spark Mandrill is in an electric plant where the electricity is constantly going on and off. And the music. The music in this game is outstanding, which is actually very common with Mega Man games. The music is always memorable. Now let's take 30 seconds and listen to some of these delicious music samples. So good. And it doesn't really matter in which order you choose to do these stages either, but there are some things to consider when choosing your order. Every time you beat a boss, you get a new weapon that's powered by that boss's abilities, and each boss is weak against the weapon of another boss. For being my viewers, I will let you guys in on the secret of the order that I usually play this game in. Go for Flame Mammoth first. Destroy him with your standard weapon. Have no mercy. You want that fire wave. It's the best weapon in the game to use against regular small fry enemies. They just disintegrate when they touch the flames from this thing. Then go fight Chill Penguin. Whip out that fire wave and fry him until he can't take it anymore. Take that shotgun ice and use it against Spark Mandrill. Once you hit him with that ice blast, he becomes your complete bitch. He literally can't move as you blast away. Take the electric spark and use it on Armored Armadillo to electrocute his armored plates right off of him. Then he's completely defenseless. Then head underwater and use Rolling Shield on Launch Octopus. I don't know why he's weak against this, but it hurts him a lot. Take his Horning Torpedo... Horning Torpedo? Shouldn't it be homing? Okay, this either has to be a translation issue or someone just didn't proofread the text. So anyways, his homing torpedo, that always finds Boomer Kawanger as he attempts to teleport around the map. And Boomer Kawanger's Boomerang Cut keeps Sting Chameleon from staying on the ceiling and cuts down his health very quickly. And his Chameleon Sting is Storm Eagle's weakness, which is pretty difficult for him to avoid. And now here's a fun fact. If you decided to leave Flame Mammoth for last instead of first, you can actually cut off his trunk with the Boomerang Cut so he stops throwing sticky oil at you. And his real weakness is Storm Eagle's Storm Tornado. Another really cool thing about the stage order you choose is that beating one stage can affect another one. If you beat Chill Penguin stage, for example, and then you go to Flame Mammoth stage, where there would normally be flames and lava, the stage is completely frozen, which is essential to get secret power-ups. And speaking of power-ups, this game's full of them. X can collect 4 sub-tanks total. When you're already at full health and collect energy, it goes into these sub-tanks which you can use on yourself when you're about to die. There's also 8 health tanks total, which increase your health permanently every time you collect one. And there's also different suit upgrades hidden inside secret capsules throughout the stages. A hologram of Dr. Light appears in each one and grants X a special ability, and makes him look more badass each time. The helmet upgrade lets X headbutt into secret parts of the stages, the leg upgrade allows him to dash, and the body armor upgrade reduces the amount of damage he takes. After beating all 8 bosses, Zero finds Sigma's secret fortress, and it's finally time to go put him in his place. Eventually, Purple Boba Fett appears once again, and it's time for a rematch. And it's another unwinnable battle, so just put the controller down. And once again, Zero has another badass moment. And then Vile's like, okay, so that was pointless. I'm still alive, and I'm super hard to beat. Followed by Mega Man easily annihilating him with the rolling shield. Followed by one of the saddest moments in video game history, the death of Zero. Zero gives X his arm cannon and dies. But you know what? It's not that sad, because he dies a couple more times in the series. By the time the series is over, you kind of expect him to die multiple times. And Zero's arm cannon allows X to charge his X-Buster one step further to shoot a powerful pink beam of destruction. And it also allows him to charge the weapons he's collected throughout the game, giving him even more abilities. But you don't need any of those worthless upgrades. I'm going to show you the ultimate secret buried within the cartridge of Mega Man X. A secret so powerful that it can bring down most of his enemies in one hit. To unlock this amazing secret, you have to obtain every sub-tank, every heart tank, and all the armor upgrades. And make sure you have 4 or more extra lives just in case. Then play through Armored Armadillo stage until this last rolling platform. Now as it careens through the air, dash jump from the platform and climb up the cliff. At the top, you'll find some health. Collect that health and jump off the platform, killing yourself. It sounds crazy, but trust me, it works. Just keep repeating this procedure until... what's that? An upgrade capsule. What do you think is in there? Reuse Hadouken from Street Fighter. When X is at full health, if you press down towards punch, just like in Street Fighter, X performs a Hadouken. Now it's time to go face Sigma. Going through Sigma's fortress, you'll face all 8 bosses once again. And a robot spider, a machine with 2 eyeballs and a nose, and whatever the hell this thing is. And finally, the final battle against Sigma. The first thing he does is unleash his pet robot wolf. Hadouken! Perfect! Then Sigma gets ready for combat with his green lightsaber. Hadouken! Perfect! But then his head goes into a brand new colossal body that you have to face without the help of the Hadouken. I tried over and over again to one-hit kill him with this, but it was next to impossible to hit his weak spot with it. He shoots fire from his mouth, lightning comes out of his hands, and his hands can also come rocketing at you at any time. But with 4 full sub-tanks, 8 heart tanks, a fully upgraded X, and rolling shield, eventually he'll go down. After Sigma's defeat, Mega Man X stands on the side of a cliff watching Sigma's fortress collapse in a very Castlevania-style ending. While he remembers his best friend, who sacrificed himself for him, and ponders if there was another way to solve this war, a way without violence. Mega Man X takes everything that made Mega Man awesome and increases it tenfold. If you don't agree with that, you're wrong. Play it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, make sure you hit that like button for me and leave me a comment down below. And make sure you follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you click on the bell to sign up for notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. This is Fabian. I love you guys, and I'm out of here.